President Bola Tinubu has ordered the immediate release of all minors who were detained for participating in the recent #EndBadGovernance protest. This directive was communicated by Mohammed Idris, the Minister of Information, during a press briefing on Monday. Tinubu instructed Attorney General Lateef Fagbemi to ensure that the minors are released without delay, showing the President's commitment to respecting the rights of young Nigerians despite ongoing legal processes. The President's decision followed public backlash and concerns over the well-being of minors detained in connection with the protest. The incident has drawn widespread criticism after 76 protesters, many of whom were minors, were charged with treason, and reports of minors appearing in court malnourished and unwell heightened calls for intervention. We saw videos of them fainting. And Tinubu has also directed the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs to ensure that the minors receive necessary care and are safely reunited with their families. Additionally, an administrative committee will investigate the arrest and treatment of these minors, as well as conduct of law enforcement officers involved in the whole process. Disciplinary measures will be carried out if misconduct is found in any way. All right, I would like to bring my guest in studio in on this one to find out what he really thinks about the update on this end bad governance minors.
Okay, first of all, I want to commend the president for his effort in ordering for the release of these minors. But I think it's coming a bit late in the sense that these persons have been in detention for over 60 days. You know, let's take a look at what really prompted the arrest of these minors. You know, these are persons that came out to protest, to carry out their constitutional right amidst the hunger, the hardship that is biting, that is ravaging the country. You see, I don't know the rationale why the security agents arrested these persons and took them in detention. You see, and where they took these minors to, we are homes, the place for adults. You see, in developed countries, what happened is that when minors are being convicted for crimes, they take them to juvenile homes. They take them to homes where they are exposed to some kind of psychological test and counseling. You see, but it's very regrettable that that these minors we are taken to prison where we have adults, so to say, exposing them to some level of dangers, and it's very, very regrettable. But having said that, I want to commend the president. It's better late than never.
And then when you said you don't know why they were taken up or why they were arrested, it was during the End Bad Governance protest. And if you follow that story, you know that there was a time when there were reports about Russian flags being raised during the protest, and that was treason. They were charged for treason and all of that. But let's bring Kenneth into this conversation. Kenneth, what do you think about this story?
Yeah, taking up from what you just said now, that the reason why people were charged because of treason. So I want to understand, these are minors. They might not even understand the consequences of raising up a foreign flag in Nigeria. So charging them with treason is number one, it's an offense, because you are charging someone with what he or she doesn't even know about. Then come to think of it, we are there giving an opportunity to get an attorney that will speak on their behalf. Because I think before you charge someone to a court or take someone to a cell, you have to tell the person that he or she has the right to an attorney, if you explain yourself better. But I think they were not given that opportunity, that privilege, to get an attorney, to get a lawyer to stand on their behalf and talk. It was, if not for the circumstances relating to very dark man going to prison, to the cell, to stay with them, we wouldn't have known about these people. And I heard someone say 60 days. I believe some people were saying they were there for 90 days. It's very, very bad that we treat our minors like this. First of all, like what the guest in the studio has said, they should have been taken to a rehabilitation center, because most of them might need just counseling, like you said. You know, what is it called again? Maybe a little pieces of advice here and there can put them in order. But taking them into prison, but yeah, it's commendable that the president has ordered for that release, which is awesome, which is very, very laudable. Which I really commend you for that. But let us be careful, because how can you take people? The offense was committed in a northern area in another place. They were taken to Abuja, all the way from their state where this thing happened. So they're transporting these kids to, and I saw a defense a lawyer coming out to say that those people are not minors, and some of them are married men. So I begin to wonder, why don't we have just singularity of a story, a report? You get, why should we also have divergent views on this thing? We can see them, we can see these people, and we know that these people are below 18 years, 16, some are 14, 13, minority, 20. So I believe that beginning from now, that things should be good. We should look at our minors and parents too. Why are these parents not even complaining that their children are missing? That is another question we need to ask ourselves. Because we saw the kids, none of them in Nigeria have been saying, I'm looking for my child, I can't find him, he went for a protest now, he hasn't come back.
We really can't tell that. We really can't tell that none of them have been saying that. And the families of those who were arrested would definitely be aware that their loved ones have been arrested. But if you look at those children, like some people were saying, the 10 million naira bill, they don't look like they can handle it, you know. That's why some Nigerians were calling for the help or the assistance or the intervention of the president in this case, because then you'd wonder how much you expected their parents to have done with the states that they are in. So we cannot really say that their parents did not call for the release of their children.
You know, for the such number of children we saw, I think the number that should be up to 30 or 40. So with such kind of reverberating voice, you know, all of them talking, speaking, everybody saying the same thing. I believe they were all taken from the state. So that voice must have counted. But we didn't hear anything about that. Nobody. So I want to believe that, no, what I'm saying is that we should, parents should actually be looking out for their kids. Yes, because most times these parents might not even care less about what is happening around them. They might just be nonchalant. So I'm saying, if we are blaming the government, we also should blame parents. Should also be, be cautioned about these things. They should be asked, where are your kids? The kids are out there. What have you been doing? You know, so let's just look out for each other. Let's be our brother's keeper. That is what I'm saying.
All right. Some lawyers and some Nigerians are still calling for the release of the other protesters that are in custody. So since your analysis and the analysis of my guests in the studio will be mentioning, because they are minors, they should be released because they're minors. So what about the other people who are not minors? Do we still call for the release of the other protesters who were arrested? Let me come to Alerichi in the studio.
Okay, I think the other protesters should be released unconditionally.
Why?
Unconditionally because these are persons who came out to protest. They are there to exercise it. They are there to exercise their right. Understand? They have the constitutional right to protest. So they should be released unconditionally. Because I don't think there is anybody in this country that's not abreast with the issue that's going on in the country. The truth is that the times are challenging. There's a kind of economic meltdown. So I believe this is what prompted these persons to come out to protest peacefully.
But that's if they were arrested for protesting. According to the reports that we get, they're not telling us that these people are arrested because they protested.
So what are they telling us in essence?
That's what I explained earlier to you, the reason that they are holding on to. You know, sometimes during the protest, it was hijacked in some states. Although it was peaceful in some other states, like in Rivers State, it was okay. There were no complaints about, violence like it was recorded in other states. And then where they held them down was when they lifted the Russian flag. And then there are reports about them, you know, those people being sponsored. And according to the police, that's why they had to pick them up.
Okay. I didn't see any video as evidence to that.
There were actually videos. But let's hear Kenneth on this one.
I think everybody should be given that free trial. They should be released because there have just been a mix-up from the onset. The arrest was not even explained very well to them. You see, so even if some of them are both minors or some of them are adults, everybody should just let us say that they have joined the bandwagon. You see, so even if some persons were not even if they are adults and we still have minors, see that minors are something themselves. So I believe since the president has said that they should just all go and follow what the instruction of the president has said, that they should be released. So furthermore, they should be educated, there should be a rehabilitation center more. Let's know why these things happen. Let's focus on the problem. Let's not treat it from the surface level. Because I believe most times what brings about these things, like you said, is hunger, hardship, economic degradation, poor education and all that. So let's tackle these problems. Let's seek more to educate these people before it leaves, because if we start giving them the hard measures that they are receiving, some of them might be doing this thing in total ignorance. And if you check it, we are to be blamed, the government, the parents and everything. So since the president has said so, please let us allow them.
It's the minors. The president asked for the release of the minors and not all the protesters. So let's be guided on that.
There was no differentiation between those people. They were all regarded as minors.
There was no differentiation by who?
Yes, they were all regarded as minors.
So that means what you're trying to say is that it's not out of place when it was stated that some of them, those people are not minors, that they're married with children, they are graduates. Because you just said that they are all regarded as minors. It means both the people were not minors and those who are minors were regarded as minors. And that's what the president is saying, release everybody. But that's not actually what the case is. And that's why there's an extra call. That's why there's an extra call for everybody to be released.
Yes, exactly. Everybody should just be released so that they can go home, because we know what caused this thing. Somebody will not come out to do that thing intentionally. They say in Igbo adage, they say the only thing that beats a child in the presence of his mom is hunger. So when someone is hungry, someone is angry. A hungry man is an angry man. So please, we should just let it go like that.
Thank you, Kenneth.
I'm following the support of what